I'm Christian from Las Vegas Weekly, and today I am interviewing Christian. Please introduce yourself.
Yep. Hello, I'm Guilty Gear producer Ken Miyauchi.
What previous works have you done before working on Guilty Gear Strive?
So actually, I'm working in Arc System Works America, our branch office. And at the time when we were developing Guilty Gear Strive, I was the one who is sort of helping out the promotion and marketing of like how we communicate to the players in the US people, and that's how I kind of started. And working together with the previous producer Takeshi Yamanaka, I've been in charge of business development as well as seeing the communities and giving the feedbacks to the development team. And then when Guilty Gear Strive goes to the year 2, I returned to Japan office, the headquarters, and joined the Guilty Gear team as a producer, and that's how I started. Yeah.
Okay. The only reason I asked is when I was doing research on what else have you done, it wasn't showing up on Google, so it's best for me to ask you myself. So going into Guilty Gear Strive, the main question I had for a year now is how did Lucy happen?
So initially it was the idea we wanted to have the guest character into the series, so that we'll be able to expand our brand recognition, and also expand our audience to someone who we haven't reached out to. And we were originally thinking it would be cool to have a collaboration with CD Projekt, especially on the series of the Witcher series. One of the main reasons is because our lead artist, Hidehiko Sakamura, he is a very big fan of The Witcher 3. And we sort of reached out to CD Projekt, hey, if we'd be able to get maybe Geralt or Ciri as a guest character. And luckily, the person who we have been communicating, the country manager of CD Projekt, Satoru Homa, he is also in charge of Cyberpunk Edge Runners. And initially, at the time when we started the conversation, they were already working on The Witcher 4, and they really didn't want to release anything, beyond the Witcher 3 right before they released The Witcher 4. So we started. They offered us how about collaborating with Cyberpunk series, and we also had a lot of stuff who loved playing Cyberpunk 2077, and also watched Edge Runners. So we kind of take a look into Edge Runners and thought Edge Runners characters would also fit really well with Guilty Gear Strive, and that's how we kind of started. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait to play it when I go down to the booth. And it was really interesting that Edge Runners already existed for that collab to already happen. And for it being the first collab character for Guilty Gear, is there a wish collab character you would like to add in the future, or would you like to see in the future for Guilty Gear?
Well, I don't have any specific titles in my mind, but if there's an opportunity, then that could be a chance. One thing that we really focus on is making sure that the collab, the guest character, needs to be kind of unique as a Guilty Gear Strive character, because all the Guilty Gear characters are playing very, very unique, and making sure that when we bring in a guest character, that character also will be played as a unique character in a Guilty Gear cast. So Lucy was a very, very good pick for us, because she plays as a net runner, and she does have a quick hack abilities, and that incorporating that functions into fighting game mechanic is something new. And also I think a lot of players will find out she is very, very unique among all the other Guilty Gear casts. So if we have another chance of doing the guest character, that's like a minimum requirement that we kind of look forward to, and yeah.
I do want to mention this because this happened last year, but did it be leaked early before you guys announced it, damaging boots on the announcement day itself?
Did it leak?
Yeah, it apparently leaked beforehand. I avoided it because I wanted to see it on the Eagle stage, but yeah, that really did happen.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I think so. That was. And what was the question about?
Like, did it damage you guys' boots that it got like released super early and when you intended?
Yeah, it's kind of makes us unhappy. It was just like a tragic things that I think the one of our playlists kind of someone had it, they forgot to set, we kind of messed up on the YouTube channel settings and those kind of things, but it just happened, and we kind of go over it. I think people still find good reactions to it, and also seeing them surprised. So I think it's okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still proud of the trailer beforehand and the reaction of people in the arena itself. So I do want to speak about the other new character you introduced in season 4, which is Unica, which goes sides with the anime dual rivals. How did you guys come up with Unica and her being the daughter of Dizzy and Kai?
So at the beginning of the anime adaptation project, we also wanted a character to be in a Guilty Gear universe, and also playable in Guilty Gear Strive. So we wanted to design a new character. So it's almost like it's not for anime, but as for Guilty Gear Strive, we wanted to have like a new character. And so we talked to Daisuke Ishwatari, and he designed a character rough sketch. And starting from there, we kind of started building the storyline for Guilty Gear Strive Joe Rollers. So initially, a lot of like settings and essence or their core, weapon mechanics and how she fights are designed by Daisuke Ishwatari, and we kind of try to bring that aspect into like how we'd be able to make storylines off from this character design afterwards. So yeah, that's how we kind of started off with the anime adaptation.
And she is really interesting character to play because she has the combination of Dizzy and Kai's moveset, if I'm correct.
Right. Yeah. So when we talked to Daisuke, we already have an idea, like very rough idea of the storyline, and asked him to. We want a new character that's gonna be a daughter of Dizzy and Kai. So initially when Daisuke designed her weapon, it already says that there's like a thunder seal in her weapon, and we didn't really mention that in the anime adaptation because it's gonna twist too much storyline. So we avoided that, but when we make her playable in Guilty Gear Strive, the game designer come up with the idea how about when she can transform and grab this thunder seal at a certain moment, and we kind of apply that idea into the game, and mechanic-wise, she has a lot of interesting, unique mechanics. So yeah, I think that turned out pretty well.
Yeah, I'm glad it did. So for the future of Guilty Gear, I know you mentioned you want to go from like 10 years, but does that mean will keep continuing to get new characters, or will it be like bounce patches throughout the whole 10 years?
Well, I think it could be both, but at the same time, well, this is not really a fun story to share for players, but as a company, we need to make sure that we will be able to maintain our staffs who's working on Guilty Gear Strive to get paid, right?
Yeah.
So we need to be able to make sales, and if we not release any DLC, which means then that will make the game only be able to maintain by selling the existing copies to more broader audience, or bringing in new players, right? So that's gonna be just like hard and won't be able to accomplish without the community support. So if we are to going to keep updating the game, I personally think we would need different type of how to say business model that will be able to give a benefit to I mean not give a benefit but like being able to make sales, yeah, and which doesn't really disappoint players but making the players more fun and willing to pay for something they like to get, and that's something that we kind of look forward to doing it in the future, but not really certain things to share at this moment.
Yeah, that's fair. And considering you guys are going to announce something on Evo Sunday, even with the Lucy trailer as well. It leads on to my next question. With your last developers note that you have released, you have talked about it being on the Switch 2, you're also adding a ranked mode. Can you go more in detail that you haven't explained in the Death Note? And how hard was it for you guys to port Guilty Gear Strive onto the Switch 2?
Okay, so Nintendo Switch Edition porting is taking a lot of time because we initially designed Guilty Gear Strive not really for Nintendo Switch. So when we want to make the characters working on Nintendo Switch, we need to have like a lot of optimizations and also test play to make sure it plays equal as like the other platforms. So in order to do it, our porting phase starts once the character is finished in the other platforms like PlayStation and Steam and Xbox. And then we kind of start porting to Nintendo Switch, and because of that process, Nintendo how to say releasing characters for Nintendo Switch kind of takes more time than other platforms, and that's one thing that we're taking. But we are also making sure that Nintendo Switch Edition will be not just like a downgrade of the game, but plays as equal as like the other platforms. So that's our main focus. And speaking about Nintendo Switch 2, I don't have anything to share at this moment, but
that's fair.
Yeah, but I think Nintendo Switch 2 as a hardware itself, it's incredible. So if we would be able to find a chance to port to Nintendo Switch 2, that's something that I'd like to look forward to.
I can't wait to play it because I have been playing the original Guilty Gear on the Switch, so I can't wait to see how well Strive will play on the Switch 2 or Switch. So, I guess my next question is kind of like an out of all question, because you have mentioned that you do want to work on a next playthrough if it does get wanted a lot. And what would your ideal like BlazBlue game be, considering the story is done right now?
I think it will, as I mentioned in the different article, but I think it should be work together with Toshimichi Mori-san, because he's the owner of BlazBlue, and I personally love BlazBlue and the story of BlazBlue kind of ended in a really good format. So I don't know. I don't have any ideas in my mind personally for how it should be done in the narrative or story-wise. The gameplay-wise, I think BlazBlue needs to play like a BlazBlue. So that's something that I'm hoping for. But it really depends on like how the trending and also who to target on the game design ideas. Yeah. So well, simple visual enhancement and equally played as like the past BlazBlue game is my honest like favorite. But I think if we turn to think about trying to bring in newer audience, I think it will be cooler to have some like additional, I don't know, cinematics or core mechanics that will make BlazBlue
more standing out among other fighting games.
Yeah, I know that Blaze Blue will still always have a fan base too, no matter how big or small. And I only asked this because I had played Blast Blue with random people yesterday at a local round one, because that's like the only fighting game we have that's not Guilty Gear. It's either a Central Fiction or a Cross Tag. And just being able to play that game with people just makes it more exciting. It makes me miss the days of Blaze Blue being new and popular, and not just being, Guilty Gear.
Right, right. Yeah, Blast Blue is also considered one of the important Arc System Works IP. So, yeah, we always look for an opportunity to get that IP, the spotlight at the game.
Yeah. So I just want to take this back. Sorry if it's like weird placing of a question, but to take it back to the announcement of Strive. Like how did you feel like hearing the people's reaction to a new Guilty Gear coming up at like 2021 EVO or 2019? If I can remember.
How is the people's reactions?
Well, how was your reaction to the people's reaction to the Guilty Gear trailer?
At the 2021?
I believe it was 2021 it was revealed.
The first reveal was 2019.
Yeah.
At that time, we didn't have the official title reveal yet. We just said it Guilty Gear, and with like the new visual graphics.
Yeah.
And so people were at that time calling the Guilty Gear Strive as like Guilty Gear 2020, I believe. And then afterwards, we announced the Guilty Gear Strive name. And before we kind of start doing the public demo at Arc Revo 2020, 2019, I think. Yeah. So that's how we started. I think everyone's reaction on the beginning was full of surprise because we kind of announced it in like the middle of Evo without our title, the
Yeah.
final day. Because I don't think our mainline titles were making it the final day. And when we announced it, it was like the announcement from Arc System Works kind of call out, and then people kind of surprised that Arc System Works making an announcement like in the middle of, different titles, right? And which I thought it brought us a great spotlight of those people who have never known about Guilty Gear because visually it looked incredible at that time. So yeah, I still remember the people's reaction. I was also at Evo seeing it, and I love watching people's reactions. So so yeah.
Like Strive was my introduction to Guilty Gear, and it got me to play the older titles to see how different it was. Like even now, I'm still playing Accent Core every now and then, and it just makes me think, oh, sometimes I wish the mechanic is here, but I like the new mechanics you guys are coming up with. Which leads me to this question. This is a personal question. What made you guys change Johnny's skill set from the coin system to the card system?
So there's like the rule of game design things that battle designers consider maybe we should do or we shouldn't do. Centering the Guilty Gear Strive battle, design, the coin mechanic could be, it's not kind of like we just coin mechanic takes like a lot of you do like the loops, like you take the hard knockdown, throw the coin, and then level up your power, and then just keep looping that, right? And looping mechanic is kind of avoided in Guilty Gear Strive, and we wanted to have much quicker access to for Johnny to have his skill set. So that's how we kind of try to break down the Johnny's core mechanic and try to turn it into a different way that fits Guilty Gear Strive. That fits into the Guilty Gear Strive is how we kind of started, because when people wants to do the coin mechanics, they go to the wall, right?
Yeah.
And you don't want to break wall every time he throws coin. It wouldn't fit. So
Yeah, that
that's
makes sense.
yeah, that's kind of like how we changed his design.
All right, my last thing is there anything you'd like to say to all the Guilty Gear fans that are reading or watching this, and any newcomers to the Guilty Gear series in general?
Well, first of all, I'd like to say thank you to all the Guilty Gear fans who are supporting us. I mean, Guilty Gear, I make this announcement on the Sunday, but have achieved 3.5 million players base right now, and it's still growing. And the reason behind its growth is all because the community support. They welcome new players and introduce how the game is played and what they like about, and share that among social, which also helps us, getting newer players, making the game fresh to everyone else, and we'll be able to keep updating the game. So that's heavily thanks to all the fans. And on Sunday announcement, I'm gonna make a tease about the newer update. And for my future updates, I'm hoping to get, not only bringing in more players, but those people who are taking break off from the Guilty Gear Stripe to wishing to come back to get their hands on the game. So I'd like to please look forward to it. Yep.
Thank you for all your hard work, and thank you for this new season, and thank you for Miyuchi-san for this interview.
Thank you.
Yeah.